Histology of liver. Histology of liver. So the liver, it is a lobules. Liver contains a lobules. It is a hexagonal lobules. So centrally it is a vein, and hepatic cell radiate from the center to the periphery. At the end of the hexagon, at the corner of the hexagon, there is a portal triad. At the end of the hexagon, there is a portal triad. So liver cells radiate from the central vein to the periphery. The space between these liver cells, it is known as the hepatic sinusoids, or this cell radiate from the central vein to the periphery. It is known as the cords of hepatocytes. So in the liver, it is a hexagonal lobules. Central vein and peripherally at the corner of the hexagon, it is a portal triad. The portal triad consists of the hepatic artery, portal vein and bile duct. So this is the bile duct, portal vein and hepatic artery. Okay, so these are the hepatic cells. So we draw a roughly square in shape the hepatic cell. So between the hepatic cords, the space, it is known as the hepatic sinusoids. So this sinusoid is lined by the endothelial cells. So this is the endothelial cells, and these are the hepatic cells. So between the endothelium and hepatic cell, there is a perisinusoidal space. Hepatic cells, and between the endothelial cells, this is the perisinusoidal space. This space, it is known as the space of Dissay. This space, it is known as the space of Dissay. So here there is a central vein, and peripherally this is the portal triad. So this portal vein and hepatic artery pour that blood, and this blood goes to the central vein, towards the central. This veins, central vein united, and it from the hepatic vein, and that hepatic vein open into the inferior vena cava. So here we can see the hepatic artery, portal vein, branches of the portal vein, and here is the bile duct. These are the hepatic cells, central vein, the cells from the central vein radiate from the central vein to the periphery. So between the two hepatic cells, these are the hepatic sinusoids. They are the hepatic sinusoids in which the branches of the portal vein and hepatic artery, this blood goes from the portal vein to the hepatic artery into the sinusoids and goes into the vein. So here is the bile duct. So liver cells secrete the bile. The bile canaliculi lies between the two liver cells. Okay, sides of the liver cells that contain the hepatic sinusoids. Between the two cells, above and below, it contains the portal canal. So these bile canaliculi united and it forms the bile ductules. Here is the portal canal or portal triad. It contains the portal vein, hepatic artery and bile duct. So the liver cell secretes the bile and the bile canaliculi united and it forms the bile ductules, and this bile ductule united to form the bile duct. Here is the single hepatic cell. Adjacent side of the hepatic cell, that lies the adjacent side of the hepatic cell lies the hepatic sinusoids, and another surfaces of the hepatic cell that are related to the bile canaliculus. So liver cell secretes the bile, goes into the bile canaliculus, that forms the bile ductules and bile duct. Here it is the bile ductules between the two hepatic cells. Central vein, hepatic vein, this is the portal triad. So this between the hepatic cells there is a hepatic sinusoid. This sinusoid is lies by the endothelial cells, and the space between the hepatic cell and endothelial cells, this is the perisinusoidal space, or it is known as the space of Disse. And here the space between the portal triad or portal canal and the hepatic cell at the angle of the hexagonal lobus, this space it is known as the space of Moll. This space it is known as the space of Moll. So between the two hepatic cell it is a hepatic sinusoids, and other sides of the hepatic cells, this green color shows a bile canaliculi. So the space of Disse that continues with the space of Moll. Okay, the lymphatics of the liver begins in the space of Moll as a blind radicals. So during the excess accumulation of blood plasma in space of Disse, some amount is reabsorbed by the lymphatics in the space of Moll. This explains why the liver lymph is rich in protein content. Thus the space of Moll are periportal and interlobular, and whereas the space of Disse is perisinusoidal and intralobular. Cell of the liver, hepatocytes arranged as a cords or plates, hepatic plates or hepatic cords from the central vein to the portal triad. Function: production of the bile, detoxification of toxic chemical, storage of glycogen. Other cell is Kupffer cells, that lies the sinusoids lies in the lining of the sinusoids. It is a modified macrophage, hence the action is phagocytosis. Itocells or hepatic stellate cell that present in the perisinusoidal space of Disse. Function: storage of vitamin A and lipids. When it is affected, it converted into the myofibroblast in liver disease and turn into, it causes liver fibrosis. Hematopoietic cells only in fetal life. They lies in the perisinusoidal space of Disse and function is hematopoiesis. So lymph node, it is surrounded by the capsule. It is a bean shaped. Okay. So it receives the many efferent lymph vessels. And through the hilum, there is an exit of the efferent lymph vessels. So we can see the lymphatic nodules in the cortex. Cortex is divided into superficial cortex and deep paracortex and medulla. So medulla, it is a medullary cords. So in the lymphoid system, the spleen, lymph node, thymus, tonsil, it consists of the lymphocytes, B and T lymphocytes and other supporting cells that are the reticular cells and reticular fiber. It is a supporting cells. So this in the medulla, the medullary cords. When we see in the hepatic liver, it is a hepatic cords. Hepatic cords is made up of hepatocytes. Here the anastomotic medullary cords, it is formed by the lymphocytes. And the space between these cords or lymphocytes, it is a medullary sinus through which there is a lymph is drain into the efferent lymph vessels. So lymph enters into the lymph node, then it goes into the subcapsular sinus, then trabecular sinus, then it goes into the medullary sinus and leaves out through the efferent lymph vessels. So the anastomotic medullary cords, the space between the cords, it is a medullary sinus. This white space, it is a medullary sinus. Through the hilum, the artery enters into the lymph node, passes into the medulla and goes into the cortex. So in the cortex, it is a lymphatic nodules. Superficial cortex, it contains the lymphatic nodule that mainly consists of the B lymphocytes. So these blood vessels arteries divides into the capillaries around the lymphatic nodules. So, and from here the blood passes through the venules and goes into the veins, the vein united, and that forms the vein. So the blood comes out through the veins and limbs exit through the afferent lymphatic vessels. So there is a venules mainly in the part of the deep cortex. The endothelial cells are, shape of the endothelial cells are changed. This is known as the high endothelial venules. So there is a post-capillary high endothelial venules lies into the paracortex, and important site for lymphocytes enters into the lymphoid tissue. So lymphocytes enters into the lymph node through these venules where the endothelial cells is changed. That is known as the post-capillary high endothelial venule. So the artery enters into the lymph node through the hilum. This artery branch into the medulla and then divides into the capillary plexus within the cortex. So lymphocytes enters into the lymph node via arteries, okay, and leaves the blood by migrating across the wall of the postcapillary venule. So from the blood to the lymph node, they enters through the postcapillary venule. So the B anti-lymphocytes circulates through the lymphoid organs. So here is the lymphatic follicles. So lymphatic follicles in the cortex, it is a B lymphocytes. In the paracortex, it is a T lymphocytes, and in the medulla, it mainly contains the B lymphocytes. So this germinal center is found in the lymph node. So light stain area within the lymphatic nodules, it is known as the germinal centers, where the lymphocytes divide. So germinal center, let's see to the B lymphocytes. So lymphatic nodules, it is made up of the B lymphocytes. T lymphocytes, it does not forms a nodules. So the lymphatic nodules, the primary nodules and secondary nodules. Primary nodules do not show the germinal centers. So we can see in the lymph node below the capsule, subcapsular sinus, and in the superficial cortex, only in the superficial cortex, it is a lymphatic nodule. Spleen is covered by a capsule. So from the capsule, the septa enters within the spleen and it divides. So blood vessels enters through the hilum of the spleen. They travel through this septa. So this is the septa, or we can call as a trabecula. So the blood vessels travel through this trabecula. So here is the artery and vein. We can see the lymphatic nodule throughout the spleen. This is the lymphatic nodule. So this artery divides and passes through the lymphatic nodules. So the lymphatic nodules contains a central artery. When the nodules is lightly stained, in the center it is a germinal center. That is the germinal center. So this lymphatic nodule, it is a white pulp. The lymphatic nodules, it is a white pulp. Other than this white pulp, these are the red pulp. So when we cut the spleen, fresh specimen, the red pulp is red in color because of it contains the extensive vascular tissue. So these in the lymphoid organ, it contains the lymphocytes and other supporting cells. So these are the medullary cords. So lymphocytes arranged in a meshwork. So between the meshwork of this lymphocyte, there is a space, and that is the venous sinuses. This venous sinuses, it is known as the splenic cord of Billroth. That is the splenic cord of Billroth. So in the spleen, through the trabecula, the artery enters into the spleen passes through the lymphatic nodules. So the lymphatic nodules contain the central artery. So around the artery, so this is the lymphatic nodule. So this nodule, it is a periarterial lymphatic tissue sheet. Okay, that is known as the, so the central artery and periarterial lymphatic sheet, it is known as the splenic nodules or Malpighian corpuscle. So this is the white pulp. So this nodule contains the B lymphocytes. The nodules, lymphatic nodules contains the B lymphocytes. Then the central artery divides into a branches, straight branches. These branches, it is known as the penicilli. These branches are known into the penicilli. So these are the, other than the lymphatic nodules, it is a splenic sinuses, or it is known as the cord of Billroth. So there is a two type of circulation, closed circulation and open circulation. So the splenic sinuses or splenic cords lies between the medullary cords. So medullary cords are the cells, lymphocytes and other supporting cell arranged into a meshwork, and the space between this meshwork, it is a sinuses. So these arteries, this open into the sinuses and then goes into the venules. It is known as the open circulation, and these arteries are directly connected to the sinusoids. It is known as the closed circulation. So in the spleen, capsule, trabecula, splenic nodules, that is the contain the central artery, it is a white pulp, penicilli, white pulp, or it is known as the Malpighian corpuscles. Penicilli, and the sinuses, that is the splenic sinuses or cord of Billroth.